Let's not kid ourselves, folks. TikTok didn't just show up to entertain your boredom. It rolled in like a digital Trojan horse packed with spyware, scroll addiction, and the creepiest algorithm this side of the NSA. This thing doesn't just know what you watch. It knows when you're lonely, when you're horny, and when you're most likely to buy a glow-in-the-dark cat hoodie at 3 a.m. Owned by a Chinese company? Check. Collects enough data to build your digital twin? Check. Engineered to fry your attention span into a mozzarella stick? Triple check. So yeah, TikTok's guilty as hell, but if you think this ban is about protecting you, you're about to get legally mugged in broad daylight. Because the only thing scarier than TikTok is who's lining up to steal its throne. Ladies and gentlemen, patriots and profit seekers, today's episode isn't about TikTok dances or teenage influencers. It's about power, money, and how a national security threat just so happens to look like a hostile takeover in a business suit. They say it's about China and spying, but follow the money, and it starts looking a lot more like a corporate mugging. Let me break it down. The US government, red ties, blue ties, doesn't matter, is pushing a shiny new law that says TikTok must be sold to a US-approved buyer or get banned entirely. Sounds noble, right? Keep our data safe, protect our kids, stop the spying. Except, it's not that simple. In fact, it's not even really a ban. It's a forced sale wrapped in an American flag. See, what this bill actually does is set a ticking time bomb. TikTok's parent company ByteDance has to sell within a few months. But not to just anyone. Oh no, the buyer has to be approved by the US government. Approved by whom? How? Under what terms? Don't ask too many questions. That's called classified. Now, here's where it gets juicy. Because just off screen, like villains waiting in the wings, you've got Oracle, Microsoft, and a parade of legacy media firms who've been salivating to take a bite out of TikTok's billion-dollar empire. Why? Because TikTok doesn't just have users. It has your attention, your time, your data, your addiction. And guess what? Legacy platforms like Facebook, YouTube, and Snapchat are losing ad dollars faster than a crypto bro in Vegas. TikTok's not just competition, it's a revenue black hole, one they'd very much like to plug by removing it entirely. Now let's talk about lobbyists, those invisible elves of democracy. According to filings, big tech companies have been throwing around millions in lobbying money, and surprise, surprise, some of the loudest cheerleaders for the TikTok ban just so happen to be funded by TikTok's direct competitors. Total coincidence, I'm sure. And behind the scenes, Wall Street's already circling like sharks, because if TikTok is forced to sell, its US operations, worth billions, could be sold at a discount. A fire sale for your favorite app. Who wins there? Oracle's already positioned itself like the drunk guy at a wedding trying to catch the bouquet. Microsoft's lurking in the corner. Maybe even Elon Musk takes a swing. Because why not? And you, the user, the content creator? You get the rug pulled out from under you while suits in DC and Silicon Valley cut backroom deals. Poof! Your platform becomes their profit. Now let's zoom in on the loopholes. Even if TikTok is banned, or forcibly sold, what happens to its algorithm? That magical attention-sucking, dopamine-dripping, behavior-predicting software isn't just owned, it's trained on you, on us. And if ByteDance sells it, or even licenses a watered-down version, you can bet your cat videos it's going to resurface. Maybe they rebrand it. Maybe Oracle slaps a new coat of paint on it and calls it Freedom Talk, but it's still the same code underneath. It's still the same feedback loop that keeps you scrolling at 3 a.m., wondering how you ended up watching goats on trampolines. And here's the part the headlines won't tell you. Data sovereignty isn't the end goal. It's the sales pitch. The real endgame is market control. TikTok isn't being exiled. It's being extracted. its value stripped, its user base inherited, all by the companies who couldn't beat it, so now they're trying to buy it. Remember when Meta tried to clone TikTok with Reels? How about YouTube Shorts? Cute tries, but none of them matched the grip TikTok has. So if you can't out-innovate, out-legislate, and let's not forget, TikTok already stores US data on Oracle servers. That's right, Oracle, the same company rumored to buy it, is already the landlord for its American data. It's like suing your tenant, then offering to buy their furniture on the way out. But don't worry, Congress assures us it's all about protecting our children. Because that's who laws are really written for, right? Kids, not donors, not shareholders, not billionaire execs who see TikTok as the last platform they don't control. Now look, I'm not saying TikTok is innocent. It's run by a Chinese company. It hoovers up data like a Dyson with caffeine. But if surveillance was the problem, then Facebook would have been banned 10 times already, and Amazon would be in solitary confinement. This isn't about bad behavior. This is about who's allowed to profit off that behavior. ByteDance? Nope. Oracle, Meta, or Disney? Go right ahead. And let's talk about timing. The bills flying through Congress just as the 2024 elections heat up. Coincidence? Or perfect timing to scare voters, look tough on China, and score campaign points, while big tech slips a new asset into their portfolio? So what happens if TikTok's banned and can't sell in time? Creators lose income. Small businesses lose reach. Users lose a platform. But the real winners? The legacy media conglomerates who can't compete unless their rivals are legislated out of the game. Because in this country, we don't ban monopolies, we manufacture them. So what can you do? Stay informed. Ask why this is happening, who benefits, and how many palms got greased to make it happen. And next time you hear, it's for national security, ask to see the receipts. Because this isn't a TikTok ban, it's a digital land grab. And the only thing more dangerous than foreign spyware is domestic empire building disguised as patriotism. You thought this was about national security, but it's really about market security. For everybody. Except you. Better call Saul.